I'm recording. I'm
It's
recording,
amazing.
Pete. Deal
All
with
right.
it.
All right, that's fine. I'm gonna have to play around with some stuff here because
All right, all right, all
I
right.
need, this is now in the way of my niche. Maybe I'll turn the niche.
Hey, take your time, man.
Okay, we got this. All right, let's pull a shot here.
Oh, that's awesome.
I have a medium roast George Howell something that I've now completely forgotten what
All right.
what the
So,
coffee is. So
Should
I've
we, should
got
we
my,
explain? Should we explain what you mean by a medium roast George Howell?
well, I don't know what. So George Howell's
George
so
the roaster.
well, I'll start here, which is, so we're gonna weigh some beans. We're gonna weigh some beans. So I'm gonna cover the thing here, but on the coffee view here, I've got a scale. Oops, I've got the scale, integrated in, and so we're gonna clear this out.
So you have actually a digital scale underneath your drip tray.
So the scale is dialed into the drip tray.
Yeah, and so that's you can actually track the output coming out of your espresso.
That is exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
So we're gonna track. I'm gonna get coffee all over my phone too. It's gonna be amazing. All right, so we're gonna pour in.
I think we found, dude. Seriously, I think we found our format.
Yeah. I'm gonna do the little. I'm gonna do this style cup.
Wait, now I got to switch now
because then you can see versus my other one. So we're gonna pour in 18 grams. That's how I got dialed into. All right.
I don't know
18
which word.
We're gonna do 18.1.
Right.
And so you can see I've got my boom 18.1. Good to go. All right, so we're gonna put that back there. Now we're gonna drop this into the old niche here on top.
No, sorry. Did you do the WDT or sorry RDT?
I do not actually.
You don't do okay. So let's talk about RDT for a second. So what is RDT?
That is where you spritz, right?
Yeah.
You spritz the beans with some water. So you take a little squirt bottle and you do a little zhuzh on there.
Well, all right. So it's Ross droplet technique. And generally speaking, you want to do it in the beans before you put them in the grinder. It's not a huge deal. I don't think anybody's proven that it can rust out a burr set, but
yeah.
I
remember reading something about the niche where they specifically said don't do that, and I was like, I'm gonna not. So anyway, all right, we're gonna get loud here. So I'm gonna. All
right, so you're grinding for espresso on your niche 0 grinder. Okay. Oh, you muted us. Okay, cool. All right, so if he's got the portafilter underneath the grinder, he's got a funnel on top of the portafilter to keep the coffee going into the portafilter. And yeah.
All right, so I give it a few little kind of taps here because there's always like a little bit left over.
So you know what I do is, so when it's still on, because it's got the dead man switch in the lid, I will pop the lid up, and just kind of use my palm to just kind of do one of those little, and it works really well. And then you just close it and it finishes, and then you can turn it off.
I kind of want to get like a little plunger baffle thing for it, but it comes out. If I actually, if I cared enough, I would have weighed the portafilter before and after, and then that would have done it as well. So we got our coffee.
So just real quick, the reason why we did that is because, like, ideally you don't want to leave any coffee in the grinder. That's called retention. And in this case, the niche 0 is really low retention anyways, but just to be safe, we're trying to get out every last little bit.
All right, so this is the part that is not as interesting to see because I don't have an above camera set up, but I am going to use the what's called WDT, Weissman distribution.
Weissman. Yeah.
And so what I've got here is a fancy, basically cork, but it's not a cork because it's made of whatever printable material. It's got little magnets in it that I could stick it on something.
Oh, nice. I like that. Where'd you get that? Did you make that yourself, or?
This is from our friend at S-Works Designs for the Decent community, and it's got some small needles. So basically, all I'm doing here is I'm going to take this and I'm going to deeply go in, and I wish I could.
Why does it look like your funnel's been through the
Oh, yes. As it turns out, you do not want to take these painted metal stuff and put them in a dish with coffee oil cleaner because it will completely,
Why would you do that thing?
because you're not thinking and you're just like,
Honestly,
I'm gonna,
it looks like you took an angle grinder to it.
it really is. So now I'm just gonna give it like a little tap on my thing. Now I still use my wedge, and I don't know why, but I really like it to level out the bed.
It's one of those things that just feels good to use.
It
I don't
just
use
feels
it
good.
either. Yeah,
It's
it's
got a
just a
nice spin.
well-made tool.
It's
Yeah,
got a nice spin on it. So then now
yeah,
we're gonna give it a spin, and I've actually been giving it a little bit of a twist only because it's a
yeah,
self-leveling
yeah,
tamper, and so I'm not
yeah.
really worried about upsetting the bed at all, and it
I
takes
always
off.
give it the twist, but I don't give it as much pressure as you do. I just give it enough to, because like the puck's gonna expand anyways once you start putting the water through it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right, so we're now gonna go back to the coffee view here. We've got our
Let's see, how
decent
do I switch?
espresso.
How do I switch to coffee view? Let's see, unpin, remove pin. All right, there
So
we go.
there are a lot of different profiles that are possible here.
Oh wait, hold on. Did we switch to your computer? Is this an espresso machine or what?
This is absurd decent espresso machine, and it has a variety of profiles that you can use. I'm using a profile that is called the LRV2. It's a lever profile, which means it's going to be descending pressure. So it's going to start up high and it's going to come down low. All right, so now we're ready to go. I'm gonna put my cup.
And you still got your scale underneath the drip tray, so you can
Got the
track the
scale
output.
underneath. It's actually going to zero out when it
Yeah.
starts.
Okay.
And you can actually see
So,
if I zoom
really
into
quick.
the weight. Oh, there it is. It'll
All
track
right.
the weight.
Yeah. So before you, all right. So let's real quick. I want to take a look at it. Hey, Joseph, welcome. I want to take a look at the tablet again. So what are you tracking again? What is the decent showing you there?
All right.
Showing...
So we are going to have a variety of graphs, of which this is kind of
pressure,
like the recipe.
Temperature.
So it's going to bring pressure up, and then it's going to descend pressure, and then it's going to try to hit this flow rate. So this is going to look weird, but it will look more interesting during and after I pull. Which
so what's funny about this is like this is not unique. Like the idea of pressure, flow, and temperature is not unique to the decent. I mean that's how you make coffee, right? But what's unique about the decent is that it actually shows you this stuff.
All right, so I have no idea if this is going to work, but I'm gonna hit. It's coffee time.
All right,
hit coffee time, and so we're gonna get the graph here, and you're gonna start seeing.
We're doing pre-infusion.
This is a hilarious setup.
All right,
it's gonna make a lot of noise.
I'm only looking at the output right now, so I'm not looking at the tablet.
So this is gonna pre-infuse for a variety of seconds.
That's pretty.
Some of the liquid will come out, starting to come out. And then it's gonna ramp pressure.
Yeah.
And we want to get to about 1.7 milliliters a second of flow rate. We're actually pretty good. We're about now we're at 1.7. It actually might be a little fast. Let's see. Wow, this is actually spot on flow rate wise.
It looks great.
So yeah, so this one is pretty, which makes sense. It's my third coffee. So I've got it really well dialed in.
That explains so much.
I've got it well dialed in.
Wait, which profile is that? Was that the Damien?
So this is the Damien's LRV2.
Okay.
And I can bring it up here. We got this nice view. So
hold
now
on.
I'm gonna do one more view here. I'm gonna do this view. So I do one thing which I think people
don't.
Can
we see that crema again?
Yeah. So I'm gonna tap it.
You're
I'm a tapper. Sorry, I'm a tapper.
Why would you? I'm curious. Why do you tap? I've never tapped my crema.
I tap it to get the bubbles out because I'm crazy. But here's the crema shot. This is probably at this point now, I don't know, like a week and a half off roast.
Yeah.
It's quite good.
You don't drink it when it's straight out, right? Like you'll give it a...
So I would need to, this is gonna be, all right, you know what? Hold on, let me go back to coffee view real quick because I'll show you some stuff here. So this is the temperature graph. So this is basically trying to hit a goal temperature, which was around like 89. So it's kind of like 89 Celsius. So this is, and then it actually gets cooler as it goes by design. This is a medium roast, so it's usually like go for a lower temp. If it was a light roast, it would be like you want like 94, 95 C. So there's this view. And then if we go back to our main view, this is the main graph of the whole shot being pulled. And you'll see the ramp in pressure for the pre-infuse. And then this green line, that's the blue line, is pressure. Sorry, the blue line is
Yeah,
flow. So
flow,
ramp and
yeah.
flow. You'll see pressure builds, and then it will hold the pressure at 3 bar, it looks like, and you'll get some little bit of drip start coming out. The what is this? The brown line is the weight.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna push the flow up. It's either flow or pressure. I can't remember which is the profile here, but
Well, now to be clear, when we're talking about weight, that's the delta. That's not right.
well, so yeah, so that
That's
is
not a counter.
yeah, that's the delta. Yeah, it's not a
Yeah.
counter. Yeah, it's
That's
the
the rate.
change. The
It's the
rate.
rate. Yeah.
So actually, this one I'm remembering now. This is actually a pressure profile, which means it's going to ramp up to 9 bar of pressure, which
Mhm.
means the flow is not under control. So like you can control flow or you can control pressure, but not both, because there's math involved in inverse calculation or whatever. I don't have the knowledge there. I just really wanted the coffee. So I'll go to 9 bar, but then you'll see it's actually declining pressure profile. So this is, pretend this is a lever shot and I'm declining pressure, meaning it's less pressure as I pull.
Yeah.
And what's really cool here is you'll see that the flow rate is like really spot on. You're trying to aim for about 1.7 milliliters a second flow.
Do you auto upload this to Visualizer?
It is. So actually,
We should
I'm
actually
gonna
get a link for that.
I'm gonna go and pull that up.
Yeah.
Right now into
So I'm gonna
my view.
All right. Let me unpin, remove pin. There we go. Good morning, Joseph. Welcome.
Morning. Oh, thanks.
You caught us mid shot.
Yeah.
We were like in it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm very low tech with my coffee. It's I have the AeroPress. I just press it manually and
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we are very much the same way.
Yeah.
We'll do both ways.
Everything.
So Jason, you got to hit the. I can't share my screen.
All right. Hold on. Wait. What? Oh, share your screen. Oh, okay. Did you link me?
Oh, I can just, yeah. If you want to share it, I don't care.
Oh, wait. Can you do it?
You can do it.
One participant, multiple participants. Wait. How do I let you do it?
No idea.
Oh. Share screen, multiple advanced sharing options. Oh, here we go. All right, try now. There we go.
Nice. So this is the shot that I just pulled. This is a website that actually auto uploads graphs from pulling the shot. And you'll see basically the same representation of the data in here of the pressure and the flow and et cetera. And same on the temperature side of things. And so you'll see this is where the water started dripping out during pre-infusion, which you kind of want to see some number of grams of coffee come out. Then the pressure ramps up to 9 bar, which is great. And you'll see these lines, you'll say pressure and then pressure goal. So this is a pressure profile. So it's set a goal of pressure, and then it will try to meet that goal. And it's battling against the coffee in the portafilter. And so that's where like it may not meet the goal because